Hello. There's once an old man who was known as the keeper of the springs. He lived high above an Austrian village on the eastern slope of the Alps. It seems a young councilman of the village many years earlier had hired the old man to clear away any debris that happened to accumulate from the water pools that formed in the many mountain crevices. And he did that to prevent it from flowing down the mountain and polluting the peaceful little spring that flowed through the village. With silent but faithful regularity, he executed his duties by clearing away any leaves and branches, as well as cleaning out any silt that would otherwise choke and contaminate the fresh flow of water running down into the village. The village became a popular vacation attraction with graceful swans floating along the crystal clear spring, as well as the mill wheels of various businesses turning day and night. Surrounding farmlands were naturally irrigated, and the view from the restaurants and the cafes was breathtaking beyond description. But unfortunately, all good things seem to come to an end, and our story is no different. The village council noticed in one of its semi-annual meetings the salary paid to this obscure little man for doing some insignificant job and decided to relieve him of the job and save the money. Budget cuts. Well, we all know what happened. The stream became polluted, the swans left, and so did the tourists and their money. Their economy tanked because they lost their appeal. The council realized their mistake and sheepishly rehired the seemingly insignificant little man to do his seemingly unimportant little job. Well, within a few weeks, the river began to clear up, the wheels started turning again, and new life returned to the hamlet in the Alps. Insignificant little man, unimportant job, you decide. But before you do, let's consider a well-known Bible story found in 1 Samuel chapter 17. It's a story about a seemingly insignificant lad named David who was pretty much written off by those who knew him or ever come across him. We all know the story. Sent to the battlefront to check on his brothers, witnessing a loud, foul-mouthed giant continually bullying Israel by his threats, insults, and challenges. Challenges which no seasoned warrior had dared to accept. What appalled and upset David was not as much Goliath defying Israel as it was Goliath defying God as well. He let it be known he was not going to let this challenge go unheeded, and it took a while, but he finally got his wish. He went up face to face against this gigantic seasoned warrior without any military equipment to protect and assist him. We all know how that turned out. Sort of picture this, a little more modern analogy. Barney Fife facing off against the Incredible Hulk. And we get the idea. Insignificant lad, this David. Well, consider the outcome of this challenge and the future events of his life, and the answer becomes clear. One more thing to think about. In Matthew chapter 13, verses 31 through 32, is a short parable about the mustard seed, which at first glance doesn't seem like it's all that much. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a person took and sowed into his field, and this is smaller than all the other seeds. But when it is fully grown, it is larger than the garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds in the sky come and nest in its branches. Did this seed have any value? Look at what it produced. So, if you ever start feeling others consider you of little value or importance, or worse yet, you doubt your own self-worth, remember the results of these 3 short stories and you'll have your answer. What might seem small and unimportant to others can produce great things. You can and do make a difference. And if you ever don't believe that or doubt it, maybe we need to sit down and talk sometime.